He live? He live? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Weird. Weird. Weird, weird. Let me pop this out real quick. Okay. Actually, let me shut this down. Sorry. There we go. All right, let's go. Let's get going. Back to the MSQ. Which of these do I have higher? Rogue is higher. Let's go Arcanist.
Well, well, if it ain't Merweb's great guest of honor, hobnobbing with the high and mighty now, is it? I tell you, lad, I damn near snorted ale out me nose when I heard the news. You've come a long bloody way, I have, and that's the truth. Well, one thing's for sure, you'll not want for decent grub. These banquets are catered by the bleedin' Bismarck, no less. 'Tis a grand chance to fill your belly to burstin' with a fine and more importantly, free food. But we can't have you turning up in your shite-caked venturing gear. No, the hero of the hour needs to have a touch of refinement about him if only to stop folk complaining when he stuffs his face with cake. Take yourself over to the Octant and speak to Janashim of the Bruguiere Consortium. She'll furnish you with some gentlemanly to wear. I've already had word with her, so all you need to do is pick up the goods, then bring 'em back here so I can tell you what's what.
All right, let's go speak with Janashim, the Octant. I think that's the Aetherite Plaza, right? Hmm.
Good day, sir. I assume you're the underdressed gentleman Badron mentioned. I see he was not exaggerating. I've chosen these especially for your debut in polite society. Fear not, I'm certain you will absolutely adore them.
Okay, and bring what is Raxa? Raxa lined box. Let's go back. Lots of back and forth in this game. You know, that's what it is.
Been to see old Janashim, have you? Let's have that box then. There we go, a nice pair of dress shoes for you. A bloke mightn't have as much else to his name, but so much as he's got a decent pair of shoes on his feet, there ain't nowhere he can't go. Think of 'em as a gift from me and all the other folk you've done right by all the way. Aye, aye, 'tis a very moving gesture, I know. Just don't go welling up on me, eh? Wouldn't do for Limsa's new hero to turn up at the banquet soaked in his own tears and snot. Any road. That's your garb sorted. Now you just need to settle your nerves. Tell me when you're ready and I'll tell you where you meant to go.
Son, they just straight up gave me only shoes? Wow. Well, I want to look fancy. Let's see what should I wear. That's a bit much. Could go wearing this. That'd be pretty funny. And I could go fancy butler outfit. There we go. Looking mighty fine.
You ready then, are ya? Good. The banquet will be starting soon. If you'd wait any longer, I'd have considered it me civic duty to hit you over the head and drag you there. Now make sure you're wearing them fancy boots when you show up, all right? Carrying 'em won't do no good. They're meant to make you look like a gentleman. Remember, not a gentleman's bleeding lackey, like a butler. As for directions, the feast's being held on the bridge in the Admiral's briefing room. Speak with Xanthale in Bulwark Hall and he'll show you the way. Just keep the head held high, lad. After everything you've done for Limsa, you've good reason to be proud, and don't let no highborn bugger tell you different.
Bulwark Hall. That's this way, right? Meow, meow, meow. Dress shoes? Fancy dress shoes. An adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes. Oh, now those are some fancy dress shoes. Come, adventurer, I will show you to the briefing room. Oh, that was him talking to himself, looking out for an adventurer wearing fancy dress shoes. Gotcha. Whoops. I thought he was telling me that. Oh, it's Ishtola. And Rainer.
And the Admiral. Wow.
Brothers and sisters of the sea, join me now in honoring this man for his services to our great nation. May the navigator guide and protect him on his journey, till sea swallows all.
Me. Shucks.
These pirates you encountered with the tattooed faces, they call themselves the Serpent Reavers. Their ranks are formed of cutthroats and madmen who have pledged themselves body and soul to the primal Leviathan. From what we have gathered, they sought to swell their numbers by spiriting away any soul unfortunate enough to cross their path. I need not tell you the depth of the animosity between us and the Sahagin. How any seaman worth his salt could devote himself to the fishback's god is a question for a more temperate mind than mine. But, thanks to you, our citizens may once more go about their daily lives, safe in the knowledge that they will not be dragged into the darkness by those execrable curs.
Such an extraordinary glow. This is one of the crystals of light.
By the navigator.
After our encounter with the Gubu, you had a vision, did you not, of a towering crystal?
She sounds younger all of a sudden.
You bathed in her light.
Y'shtola's conclusion is clear, and I see no reason to doubt it. You are the vessel of a higher power, This being from your vision was the Mother Crystal. Your description matches what little we know of her. And if she has chosen you, then your deeds may yet shape the fate of nations, as once did the deeds of the Warriors of Light. Know you the tale? Like you, they were not of these lands, yet they fought to protect us all against the corruption of the Primals. When the Garlean Empire began its conquest of the realm, these heroes joined the Grand Companies and helped reforge the Eorzean Alliance. And at the Battle of Cartano, they took the field beneath our banners to fight for everything we hold dear. It was on that day, in the midst of that hell, that we lost them. Every soul who survived that battle will never forget how it was to fight beside them. We are proud to call them our comrades. Yet whenever we try to shout their names, the sound dies in our throats. And whenever we strain to see their faces with our mind's eye, naught but their shadows appear to us, set against a blinding light. Ask any true Eorzean who knew them, and the story will be the same. It is for this reason that we call them the Warriors of Light. When I look upon you, I cannot help but be reminded of them. Keep that crystal safe.
Golly, dude. It's so fucking corny, but golly, it's got like emotion welling up in my eyes. Yeah. It's epic, dude. Golly.
In time, I believe the Mother Crystal will make clear her reasons for bestowing it upon you. Heed well her words, adventurer, for it is Hydaelyn herself who speaks.
Flames to the fore! Victory belongs to the bold! Show those Imperial whore sons what we're made of!
The left flank buckles. Divert the barracudas. Bid them hold that position, though it cost them their lives.
The yellow
Man, they always say
serpents
stuff
are
like
in
that.
need of succor. Pray, send the white wolves to their aid. The adventurers risk life and limb for our cause. We must not fail them.
Is aught amiss?
No, it is nothing.
Bloody hells! The barrier won't go down so easily! Eyes forward!
Dude, either that
We are
hill
being
is
watched.
really close, or he's really big.
Raging Bull, calling Bloodthorn! Bloodthorn, respond! Respond, damn you!
Oops.
Rider, this is Raging Bull. What news?
We're surrounded by a blaze. There is no way out. Gods preserve, what is that thing?
What's going on? Speak to me!
Gods damn it! We cannot hold much longer.
Mad Snake! Mad Snake! Answer me!
Snake!
Damn it! Damn it all to the seventh hell!
What of the barracudas? Can they not be reached?
Sorry, Admiral. Shell's not working.
What of our own?
I cannot say, my lady. That monstrosity appears to be disrupting our communications.
We must keep trying. Call till they respond.
Yes, my lady.
Admiral, General, we can do no more. We must give the order to withdraw.
I will not forsake Louis Soir.
General, please. Victory may belong to the bold, but there will be no victor this day. You know this to be true. Let us not sacrifice lives in vain. The adventurers fight bravely, but to no avail. Let them withdraw, and let us be the ones to stand with Louis Soir.
Belay previous orders. All Maelstrom units are commanded to fall back, effective immediately. Give the foreign levy priority. Let the main host cover their retreat and bring up the rear.
Damn it! Relay the order. All flames are to withdraw. I don't care if our link cells are useless. You still have a working pair of legs, don't you? Well, use them, you bloody half-wit!
The outcome of this battle was long since decided. Better to retreat now than risk a massacre.
I think there's already been a massacre, no?
This dark, stifling presence. Who or what? We go to take our place beside Archon Louis Soir. To your positions.
That I should live to behold Bahamut once more. Magnificent. The eons of imprisonment have only made him hungrier. I'm aware of them. Pay them no mind. They are powerless to act. It has begun. Soon the planet will regain its true form. Morning, sunshine. All a bit too much for you, was it?
Excuse me.
What happened? I don't remember then. You keeled over in the middle of the banquet and caused a right stir. Had to carry you back to the wench myself. Well, I say carry, 'twas more a matter of dragging and rolling. Too much cake, I reckon. Any road, don't fret. 'Tis little wonder you was exhausted after everything you've been through lately. Your little nap seems to have put some color back in your cheeks, though, so I'll leave you to it. Bugger, I almost forgot. The Admiral wants to have a word with you. When you feel up to it, talk to Xanthale and he'll tell you, let you in the command room. Oh, and stay awake, eh? I'm told old Merlvib was in the middle of telling you a story when you started snoring last time, and I doubt she'd look kindly on it if you repeated the trick.
Oops. My bad. Greetings, Jael. Admiral Blosvin awaits you in the command room. Shall I announce you? Yeah, I'm here. Thank you.
Ah, Jill, it is good to see you on your feet again. Are you recovered? Then let us waste no time. I have a task that needs doing, one I would entrust to no other. The duty I have in mind for you requires some explanation. I do hope you have not made other plans. To business, then. I have penned a letter to each of my counterparts in the Eorzean Alliance. The Battle of Cartanu and the calamity that followed claimed countless lives. It has been 5 years since those of us who were spared dragged ourselves from the ashes to look upon an Eorzea we scarcely knew. 5 years, and yet the people still suffer. Their lives are fraught with worry and hardship, and the warriors of light who might once have given them hope are gone. Yet we must press on regardless. We will never truly do so, however, till we have faced our past. To that end, I am proposing that a memorial service be held in each of the city-states on the 5th anniversary of the Battle of Cartanu. These letters contain the details of said proposal, and I would have you deliver them to our allies as my personal envoy. You have proven yourself a staunch and able ally to Limsa, but that is not my only reason for choosing you. No, I choose you because you possess a quality which puts me in mind of history's champions, a quality I feared lost. Say that you will perform this duty. I knew you would not disappoint me. This task shall take you far from the borders of our nation to the city-states of Gridania and Ul'dah. A grueling journey, to be sure, were you to travel by sea and land, but I mean to have you take to the skies. An airship pass, to be used at your discretion. Airships bound for the nations of our allies leave from the landing connected to the bridge. But before you depart, I suggest you trouble Baderon for a few pearls of wisdom regarding each of your destinations. The old bastard is nothing if not well-traveled. 'Tis a pity I cannot issue such passes with a freer hand, as I did in more peaceful times, when berths were not so limited. But in these times of war, Every craft we commit to the clouds risks drawing the eye of the Empire, and every voyage must needs be born of necessity. Lest you doubt, I consider your place well deserved. Nor am I alone in that opinion. There are other parties who would see you granted the privilege of air travel. I jail. Your deeds do not go unnoticed. Full many see great promise in you, but I have flattered you enough. On behalf of Limsa Lominsa and her people, I bid you go forth, adventurer. Discover the realm for which so many have fought and died. Wonder and danger await you in equal measure, but turn not from either. Only by braving the unknown will you achieve the greatness of which you are surely capable. The light of the crystal guides you, and I wager that your destiny will be no small thing. Flattering indeed, golly.
Right, actually. Oh, he's the only one. Oh, I have to talk with a yellow jacket. Gotcha. Ba-bum, ba-da-bum, ba-da-bum. Stinkus McPinkus. What a freaking name you got.
Back from your meeting with the Admiral, are ya? Personal bleeding envoy? So you'll be carrying the word of the Admiral herself to the leaders of the Alliance? Bugger me, I knew ya was going up in the world, but I didn't realize you'd got that bloody high. I'm proud of you, lad. Thinking of how far you've come. Why, 'tis enough to bring a tear to me eye. And that ain't the ale talking neither. Well, not just the ale, at any rate.
Any road, right?
Bless the navigator for steering you my way. Of course, this is only the start. Now you've got your hands on an airship pass, the old of Eorze is laid out before you like a fair maiden on a feather bed. Sheesh. And she's a big girl, too, with plenty of enticing nooks and crannies. Sheesh. If you think us Lominsans are characters, just wait till you cross paths with the grim forest dwellers of Gridania, or trade coins with the crafty merchants of Ul'dah. And then there's the wild places where the beasties rule. Ain't no bugger with an ounce of sense sets foot. But you're a venturer, so I wouldn't let a thing like that hold you back. Excuse me. Of course, it ain't all exploring and excitement. There's an heap of troubles what plagues every nation, see. Ain't just ours. I'm talking intrigue and infighting, beastmen and their gods damns primals. Aye, there's an ugly side to life, and sooner or later you're bound to walk into it. But I'll wager there's bugger all out there as you can't handle. Summit tells me you're going to be just fine. The realm's at it rough, 'tis true, but folk are beginning to recover from the beating the calamity dealt them. Call me an hopeless optimist, but it wouldn't take much to turn things round. 'Tis the perfect time for a venturer like yourself to get out there and make a difference. Well, what are you waiting for?
Ooh. Let's go to the airship landing. Is there anything I have to do here still? I kind of want to hit level 30 before heading out, but that's silly. I mean, this quest is still only level 15, right? Yeah. I should put my adventuring gear back on.
Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Gridania. Wait, aren't you that famous adventurer? It's Jailcat, isn't it? I thought I recognized you. You're an inspiration to us all, sir. Highwind Skyways is at your disposal. Will you be traveling with us today?
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh, taken to the skies.
Attention all passengers, the airship bound for Gridania is about to depart. Please make your way to the boarding gate.
Ooh, I get to ride on an airship?
This thing's pretty small. I thought it would be bigger. Shouldn't I take a seat? We got seatbelts on this thing?
There he goes. There he goes again.
Good fortune to you, Jail. The day'll come when your name means the same as hero to the folk of this realm. May you walk in the light of the crystal.
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Castrum Occidens. Occidens. Uh-oh.
It has been 15 years, but the bitter taste of defeat lingers still. 15 years since the Imperial fleet set course for Mordona, led by the Egrios, mightiest of all vessels. Silver Till Lake lay ripe for the taking, and all of Eorzea would soon be ours. Or so we believed. But an innumerable host of dragons met us that day, at the heart of which flew the great Midgard Zormer. Though we succeeded in slaying that lord among worms, the dread serpent's defeat was bought at too high a price. Our invincible flagship was lost, and all hope of victory with her. So ended our glorious conquest. Eorzea, a blighted realm, riddled with false gods.
Riddled.
Twice now it has eluded the Empire's grasp. For all the destruction it wrought, even Meteor, the great sin, failed to yield us control over it. And for this failure, the realm has sunk deeper into depravity. It is twisted beyond all reckoning, rotten nigh to the core. Yet it must be saved. Only Garlean rule can bring order to Eorzea. It falls to us to deliver the misguided masses from their ignorance.
We are of one mind, Lord Van Balthar.
Oh.
Senior engineers, please report to Magitech research following scheduled inspection.
Hey, is the Legatus really planning to take another tilt at the Eorzea?
Hey? What hole have you been hiding in? We're in the midst of preparing for a new campaign, and a huge one at that.
But I thought the Emperor had given up the Western lands for lost after Cartano. What could the Legatus possibly hope to gain by acting alone?
I sense you harbor certain doubts over the wisdom of the Legatus's plan.
Oh, whoa.
My lord!
Please, call me Nero. Tell me, where were you born?
Othard, my lord.
Alamigo, my lord.
Ah, codename Hummingway, I presume?
I don't know what you...
Silence. Your denials will not change your fate. I assure you, Frumentarium sees all. Clean up this mess, and do not miss any, or I shall be most displeased.
At once, my lord.
Garland, soon you will be made to know the true power of Magitech.
Magitech. Magitech. Whoa. A giant rainforest. Ah, you must be the envoy from Limsa. Welcome to Gridania, sir. The Elder Seed Seer awaits your arrival.
Thank you. Greetings, sir. You are the Luminson envoy, are you not? I have received instructions to assist you. Pray make your way into the city proper and identify yourself to the Conjurer at Nofika's altar. She will admit you to the Lotus Stand where the Elder Seed Seer awaits. Oh man, I don't know why. Sometimes my controller gets weird, and in certain directions, it's like, oh, you can't run this direction. You just have to walk. And then it works again. Oh, there it is. Oh, I should attune to this Aetheryte crystal. I should attune to everything while I'm here, actually. Let's go. Give myself a tour of the city. Actually, while it's on my mind, I'd like to look up how long the new adventurer status lasts. Whew. 168 hours? That's not enough to get everything to 90. That's no good. Alt still has Sprout at level 90 with 600 hours. Oh, okay, so... But others say adventure status is removed. New adventure status removed after reaching 168 hours. And completing. The level 70 quest. Second, if you cannot wait that long, you can use status off. I think you need that status to retain Road to 90, right? But it would be kind of weird if it disappeared, the buff, before I even hit 90. So, we'll see. Shaded Bower. Alright, I'm gonna unplug this and plug it back in. Maybe that'll fix it. It's a little annoying. It wasn't an issue this whole time. Looks like it's okay. And it's such a small section of my controller, too. Always the same spot, though. It's really weird. I'm using a Logitech F310, I think. And I've had a few of them just because I use them so much that they get super worn out. I had one, even the cord was worn out, and I freaking soldered it back together just to, you know, keep using it. I'll do this stuff later. Actually, I mean, I have a level 15 quest right now that I could be utilizing on something else. Oh, I should be reading this, shouldn't I?
Alright, where is it? Welcome to the Lancers Guild, adventurer. If you seek to refine your skills with the polearm, then you have come to the right place. Here at the Lancers Guild, spear wielders gather to train with one another, and further hone their abilities under the tutelage of our fine instructors. Do you seek membership with us? Yes, I do. Very well, I shall provide you with an insight into the history of our guild. More than just an instrument of war, the spear is also a tool for hunting, and with game ever plentiful in its Wood, the weapon has been the mainstay of the locals here since before the grounding of Gridania. With the passing of time, our nation became a gathering place for spear masters from across the realm, many eager to test their mettle against the famed might of our wood whalers. And it was here in Gridania that their myriad fighting styles came into contact, eventually giving rise to the art taught here today. That spear technique could be formalized at all owed
That spear technique could be formalized at all owed much to the founding of the Lancers Guild by Wood Whaler Captain Mistal, nigh on a century past. The tradition of accepting students from without as well as within Gridania's borders persists to this day, ensuring that the art of the polearm may not only survive but also continue to evolve. Well, there you have it. I hope this brief history of the guild has helped settle any doubts in your mind. The Lancers Guild is always eager to help new initiates. If you've a will to enlist, speak with me again and we can begin the enrollment procedures. Well then, have you made up your mind to enlist in the Lancers Guild? Excellent. I shall let Guildmaster Yuwain know to expect you. All who seek admittance to our ranks must present themselves before him. He will judge if you are fit to become one of us. Pray make your way to the training area within. Our Guildmaster awaits you there. Well met, adventurer. I understand you wish to learn the Lancer's art under our roof. I see you have some combat experience, yet it remains to be seen if such skills as you have acquired will avail you here. But no matter, in my capacity as Guildmaster I shall guide your training, beginning with the very basics, the principles of our art. There exists myriad fighting styles, each of which has its own unique qualities. None, however, can claim to be as offensively minded as ours. Our approach is ever one of attack, no matter who or what we face. An experienced lancer is able to wield a polearm as if it were an extension of his body. He transforms into a raging storm before his foes, delivering a barrage of devastating thrusts and slashes. To facilitate such a relentless assault, we lancers forego plate, favoring armor of leather and chain, such materials as provide adequate protection without unduly hindering movement. A lancer's worth may be measured quite simply in how swiftly and decisively he can pierce his enemy's defenses. By its nature, the polearm is a simple weapon to wield, for good or ill. Even in a farmer's hands, it is capable of wreaking considerable havoc. Thus has it been a mainstay of every great army since ancient times. Yet know that a lance alone does not a lancer make. Faced with unfavorable odds, an unseasoned spearman will break formation and flee without a moment's hesitation. Sheesh. A true lancer, however, flinches not before his enemies, for he knows not the meaning of fear. Ever does he press forward, disdainful of the odds, that he might pierce the enemy line and open a path to victory. Needless to say, doing so requires no small amount of courage, and that is why our guild has striven from the first to instill this essential quality in every soul who passes through our halls. Arduous trials await you should you join our ranks. Knowing this, have you the resolve to wield the lance?
Yes I do.
Well then, adventurer, I see no reason to deny you a place within our ranks. But I neglected to introduce myself. I am Yuwain, master of this guild. Pleasantries duly exchanged, I shall add to your hunting log the names of the creatures against which a lancer might hone his skills. In celebration of the occasion, I hereby present you with your very own spear. Arm yourself with it and speak to me once more. I would have you undertake your first task, a trial to be precise. I guess I'm a lancer now. They didn't even ask my name. I'm just some unknown, nameless fodder in their guild, I guess. So, you were able to discern one end of the spear from the other. Good. You are doubtless eager to put your new weapon to the test, which is well, for I too have a test in mind. Or rather, a trial. In order to develop an affinity with your weapon and learn to gauge such things as distance, you are to go forth and pit yourself against the creatures that roam just outside the city. The squirrels, ladybugs, and funguars should provide you with a suitable challenge. Put down, let us say, 3 of each, and then report back to me. Nice. Oh, let me, save. Oh, actually. Let's go ahead and... What? Why that? That goes up to level 25. This goes only up to 10. Oh, it does give some stats, though, but... I'd rather not have to deal, you know what I mean? So, that will be our Lancer one. Let's keep going. Still gotta pick up White Mage, not White Mage, Conjurer and Archer. Upkalu Falls. Master of the Rolls. Wheat rolls? Gonna go ahead and pick up Botany. Oh, and there's another shard this way anyway. Gosh, there's a lot of dust on my monitor. Hello there, and welcome to the Botanists Guild. What brings you here today? Interested in becoming a botanist, are you? Then you've come to the right place. At our guild, you can study under some of the finest botanists in all the realm. An enticing proposition, is it not? So, what say you? Would you like to add your name to our roll? Yes, please. Excellent. Now you're doubtless eager to dive headlong into the nearest shrubbery, but first a brief explanation of the origins of the Botanists Guild. Our guild boasts a long history. Its roots can be traced back some 500 years to when our nation was still in its infancy. It was around that time that a precursor organization to our own was established to facilitate communion with the elementals. But I suspect you're already confused, not being forest-born. Let me put it in a way that your kind would understand. My kind? The Twelves Wood doesn't belong to man, but almighty beings known as the elementals. It is by their leave that we Gridanians dwell here in the forest, and it is by their leave that we receive its bounty. Ever since mankind settled in the Twelves Wood, it has been necessary for us to obtain the elementals' permission prior to taking aught from their domain. Historically, this was a rather involved process in that only a precious few could actually commune with them. Specifically, those conjurers blessed with the ability to hear the elementals, aptly known as hearers. In order to relay the elementals' will to the botanists in a more timely manner, a new organization was formed with a hearer as its mouth and ears. This organization would eventually evolve to become the Botanists Guild. To this day, the guild employs the services of a hearer who offers guidance to our members. Yet this is no longer our organization's sole concern. We also seek to promulgate correct harvesting practices, that is, practices which honor the will of the elementals. And that, my friend, is the story of how our guild came to be. I trust you have a newfound appreciation for the work we do. Now, with all this talk of elementals and communing, mayhap you're wondering whether you're fit to join us. Well, you may cast such doubts aside. You don't need to have been raised as a good little forest-born boy to be a botanist, nor do you need to know the secret forest-born salute. Jest. You just need a healthy respect for nature and the will to learn. If you honestly believe you possess these things, it would be my pleasure to recommend you to our guildmaster. Please wait a moment while I see to the formalities. Speak to me again when you are ready to begin the enrollment procedures. Ready to enroll in the Botanists Guild, I take it? Music to my ears. It will be my pleasure to refer you to Guildmaster Fufucha. Our Guildmaster's knowledge of nature is second to none. One need only witness her uncanny knack for spotting the finest timber to see that hers is a truly God's given talent. It is for this reason that she holds the title of First Botanist. Oh, but you need not be overawed, for she is the kindest of souls. Kindliest of souls. You will find the Guildmaster just outside this building. Seek her out and impress upon her your desire to become a botanist. Fufucha.
I am Fufucha, the guildmaster of this guild. Pleased to make your acquaintance. I take it Leon Salt has given you an overview of botany already. Well then, I suppose I had better continue where he left off. All Gridonians may rightly claim to share a close relationship with nature, but none is so intimate as that of the botanist. It is our calling to nurture the natural environment to the mutual benefit of man and wood. But even as nature holds us in her loving embrace, providing for our every need, she is at heart an unsentimental creature, one that will take life just as readily as she gives it. Being a botanist means coming face to face with this uncomfortable truth on a regular basis. Knowing this, do you still wish to walk our path?
Yes.
The look in your eyes bespeaks the passion in your heart. Very well, I bid you welcome to the Botanist Guild. To help you on your way, I present you with this hatchet. Take it up, and then present yourself to me again. I would assign you your first task as a botanist of the guild.
Sweet! I'm a botanist now! Alright. Cool. Let's go ahead and equip that. I'm not gonna get the quests for these things yet. Oh wait, I didn't get the shard. Let me grab the bow first.
Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Archers Guild. It is here that archers the realm over gather to master the bow. We engage the enemy from a distance, ever seeking to alter the course of battle with a single well-placed arrow. If you have a mind to become an archer, then you have come to the right place. Do you wish to join our ranks? Yes, ma'am. Marvelous. Then allow me to enlighten you on the history of both our art and the guild. The bow is an ancient tool that has existed since before our fair nation came into being. As an implement of war and hunting both, it protects us from our enemies even as it keeps us fed and clothed. Archery as practiced in Gridonia was born of two distinct styles of bowmanship. The first was devised by the longbow sentries of the Elizin, who once ruled the lowlands, while the second belonged to the shortbow hunters of the formerly nomadic Mikote. As you will doubtless be aware, both races ultimately came to call the Twelveswood home. Though the two peoples began as rivals, they gradually learned to live together in harmony. During this time, they learned from one another. Their two schools of archery intermingling to give birth to the art as it is known today. But this wouldn't have been possible were it not for the Trappers League. The guild was established in order to promote sustainable hunting and cooperation within the hunting fraternity at large. As a happy consequence of this union, the guild's members came to engage in friendly contests of skill. Inspired by such competitions, a handful of their number began to focus on perfection as opposed to mere practicality, transforming a skill into what may be termed an art. These individuals would go on to form a guild of their own. The Archers Guild, where men and women gathered to attain mastery over the bow. More than a few members of the God's Quiver loosed their first arrows within these very halls. And that, my friend, is a brief history of archery in Gridania. Doubtless you are more eager than ever to take up the bow. It would be my pleasure to recommend you to our guildmaster. You must receive her permission if you are to join us. If you would excuse me a moment, I shall see to it that the relevant lists are amended. Pray speak to me again in a short while. So, you are resolved to join the Archers Guild? Yes, ma'am. The look in your eye bespeaks your determination. It would be my pleasure to refer you to the Guildmaster Lucian? Lest you worry unduly, Lucian is an affable and kind-hearted woman. Even those not of the guild have been known to seek her counsel on various matters, and ever have they been given fair hearing. Lucian awaits you in the training area yonder. Present yourself before her and impress upon her your desire to join the guild. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to join our ranks. I am Lucian, the master of the Archers Guild, and I bid you welcome. Our doors are open to all who have the will to learn. Allow me to explain the basics of our art, and offer you a foretaste of that which we teach the members of our guild. The bow's greatest advantage is its range. Unlike those arms used in other disciplines of war, it allows one to strike at the enemy from afar. Though the bow may not boast the destructive force of a sword or spear, its myriad strategic applications more than compensate for this shortcoming. An experienced archer can immobilize an enemy by striking a leg or sap its strength with a poisoned arrow. Rise to become a virtuoso of archery, and a veritable deluge of death will be yours to rain down upon your foes. By fighting from a distance, we can better assess the battlefield and thereby determine the most advantageous course of action. This is of paramount import, as our role in battle is to exploit the enemy's weakness. With the requisite replacement and timing, but a single arrow may serve to turn the tide. To this end, the guild seeks to instill a discerning eye within its members, that they might learn to strike at vulnerabilities swiftly and surely. Now, any half-wit can bend the bow, but it is no simple undertaking to become a skilled archer. You must be prepared for a long and arduous journey. Are you resolved to complete that journey? Yes, ma'am. That is well. From this moment forth, you may consider yourself one of our number. Now, lend me your hunting log if you would. I shall add it to the names of such creatures as would provide a fitting challenge to an archer, and help you on your way. I bestow upon you this short bow. Arm yourself with your new weapon, and then speak to me again. I would have you undertake a trial to gauge your fitness to join the guild. Archer unlocked. Wait. Crap.
Ay, 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 ay. There we go.
Ah, yes, the bow becomes you, Jael. Now, before proceeding any further, I must needs gauge your innate aptitude for archery. To this end, I hereby assign you the following trial. Slay the squirrels, ladybugs, and funguars that roam just beyond the city gates. 3 of each should suffice. In doing so, you will prove your fitness to join the Archers Guild. It goes without saying that you must do so using your bow. Report back to me when the task is accomplished. Go now, Jael, and earn your place within these halls.
I'm an archer. Sweet. Alright, so I believe there's 9 classes that I could pick up. I ran right by this basically and I didn't pick it up. I am so silly. So the other one here would be the Conjurer. And that'll leave the Pugilist, Gladiator, and the Thaumaturge and Ulda. There's also the Carpenters Guild here. The Joy of Pictomancy. Curious what that is. Sweet. Alright, I'm gonna go pick up the class before I continue this story. And then I'll get Carpenter on the way out.
Well met, adventurer. You are come to Stillglade Fane, home of the Conjurers Guild. We conjurers harness the powers of earth, wind, and water that abound in nature and thereby weave spells of healing and protection. Ever do we seek noble souls to initiate into our mysteries. Might you be such a soul come to join the guild? Then allow me to provide you with an overview of what it is to be a conjurer. Conjury is the art of healing and purification. Its practitioners harness the power of nature that they might bring about change in the form of spells. Primitive magic such as that once wrought by individuals known as mages, meaning those with the ability to manipulate aether, has existed since the dawn of time. It was not until some 5 centuries ago that conjury emerged from this shapeless agglomeration of spells and charms, an event which led to the founding of Gridania. In those dark days, the elementals would not suffer man's presence in the Twelveswood, forcing our forebears to make their homes beneath the earth in the great subterranean city of Gelmora. But their desire to settle in the Twelveswood continued to burn fiercely. Time and again they sought to curry the elementals' favor. Unlike men and other creatures bound in temples of flesh, the elementals are beings of pure aether. Recognizing this, the mages of Eld reasoned that their talent for etheric manipulation might allow them to commune with these theretofore enigmatic entities. It took 5 long decades, but our forebears finally succeeded. Their reward? The elementals' permission to dwell in the Twelveswood. So it was that the nation of Gridania was born. Since that time, the elementals have taught us to live as one with nature, speaking to all Gridanians through the healers, those mages who are able to commune with them. And for their intimacy with the elementals, the hearers would go on to attain greater mastery over the forces of nature. Oh, I said healers earlier, whoops. Thus did they conceive the art of conjury. And that, my most attentive listener, is a brief history of conjury. If you have a mind to walk our path, I wholeheartedly recommend you to join our guild. It would be my pleasure to explain the initiation process to you. Pray speak with me again when you are ready. Another thing while it's on my mind. Let me turn everything down. Because I want the voice to stay up, actually. Let's try it there. Is your mind made up? Are you ready to join the Conjurer's Guild? Sorry, more and more sunlight is just pouring into my room right now and just making the dust on my monitor very apparent and making it hard to see my screen. That is well. I shall introduce you to our guildmaster, Brother Isumiyan. Brother Isumiyan presides over the Conjurer's Guild even as he serves the nation as a hearer. You will find him in the meditation area within. Go to him and make known your desire to join the guild. Greetings, adventurer. I am told you wish to become a conjurer of Stillgate Plain. Blah blah. Can't read. I am Brother Isumiyan, Brother Master of the Guild. Before you are formally accepted into our ranks, I would impart to you the principles of conjury. Prepare, attend me well. Conjury is an arcane art that takes life and the living for its domain. Its primary purpose is the salving of hurts and the granting of protection. Adventurers such as yourself oft stand upon the front lines of battle. Owing to this, you are like to find yourself in many situations wherein a capacity for healing would be advantageous. Mind you, there is more to conjury than that. By harnessing the power of earth, wind, and water, conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc. In terms of sheer destructive power, conjury may pale in comparison to thaumaturgy, but its capacity to defend one against aggression more than compensates for this relative shortcoming. In mastering healing and purification, not only will you be able to mend wounds and purge afflictions, you will also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. More than simply healers, yet not truly dealers of destruction, conjurers realize their full potential when they employ their powers in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Mayhap that was a bit much to grasp upon a single hearing. But worry not, for the meaning of my words will become clear to you in due time. You will come to understand that conjury is not the sole province of the conjurer. Should you wish to walk our path, I must needs ask that you solemnly vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals and the Twelveswood alike. Can you make this vow? Yes, sir. I knew your answer ere your lips had parted, yet I am no less pleased to hear it. By the power vested in me, I hereby name you a member of the Conjurer's Guild. If you would be so kind as to lend me your hunting log, I shall add to it the names of such creatures as would pose a suitable challenge to a conjurer. And to mark this momentous occasion, I present to you this cane. Though it may be old and weathered, it will serve you well as you take your first steps upon the path of the conjurer. Take up your cane, Jael, and present yourself to me once more. I would ask you your first task as a conjurer of Stillglade Fane.
Meow, 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 meow. Oh, I was getting experience. Cool. I didn't realize that. I didn't even realize I hit level 2 earlier. Whew, this is gonna get real full.
Part of Conjurer becomes you, Jael. Without further ado, I shall assign you your first task as Conjurer of Stillglade Fane. Just beyond the city gates, you will encounter squirrels, ladybugs, and funguars. I would have you slay 3 of each. Lest you wonder how I can so coolly order the taking of life, know that things are not as they once were. As a consequence of the calamity, and I may add, through no fault of their own, these creatures have become a burden to the Twellswood, a burden it cannot well bear. As a conjurer, it is your duty to carry out the will of the forest, and by employing your powers in so doing, you will come to learn something of your art. Go now, Jael, and perform your first task in the name of the elementals.
Alright. I am a conjurer. Alright, so Rogue, I'm still level 23, and Arcanist also 23. So I'll be swapping between the two through these story quests.
You are the Lominson envoy? Begging your pardon, sir, but might I inspect your missive you bear? Verily, this is the seal of the Admiral of Limsa Lominsa. Please come with me.
So you are the Lominson envoy. And an adventurer besides. The realm owes much to you and yours. On behalf of our fair nation, I bid you welcome. Please. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Khan-e Senna, Elder Seedseer of Gridania, and leader of the Order of the Twin Adder. I understand you bear a message from the Admiral.
A remembrance service for the fallen of Cartano. To think that 5 years have already come and gone. It seems like only yesterday that the Garlean Empire attempted to seize all that we hold dear. Rising in resistance, the city-states of Eorzea formed the Grand Companies and joined hands in alliance. But unbeknownst to us, the Garleans sought not to best us in battle, but moved instead to enact a terrible plot, the Meteor Project, by which the lesser moon, Dalamud, would be torn down from the heavens to annihilate all life below. In a desperate bid to save the realm from certain destruction, our forces marched for the Cartanu Flats, and there met the 7th Imperial Legion. More bloody a battle I have never seen, and would never wish to see again. Yet the carnage was but a prelude to the atrocity which followed. For despite our best efforts, Dalamud continued its descent, and from it emerged the elder primal Bahamut, who proceeded to rain fire upon Eorzea. The 7th Imperial Legion was consumed in the blinking of an eye, while our own forces fared little better. That any among us were spared defies explanation. All seemed sure to perish. As the flames converged upon us, I prepared myself for death, only for a brilliant light to envelop me, relieving me of my senses. When at last I awoke, Bahamut was gone, and the land which had but moments before been aflame now seemed to me a place unknown, not simply ruined, but changed. Archon Louisoix may well have been able to shed light upon these mysteries, but he, like so many, never returned from Cartanu. And so we were left with countless questions and no prospect for answer. Yet such matters did not long occupy our thoughts, for we had far graver concerns. The calamity, as the devastation wrought by Bahamut has come to be known, laid our nations nigh to waste, and to this day we struggle to rebuild our lives and homes. To compound matters, the beast tribes continued to summon their primals, while the Empire encroaches upon our borders, consolidating its foothold in Eorzea. The outlook, in short, is bleak. In the wake of the calamity, it has been all each nation could to do and to nurse its wounds. Yet if we are to weather the coming storm, we must needs stand united once more. A remembrance service may well present an opportunity to rekindle the spirit of unity which first gave rise to the alliance. I wholeheartedly approve of the Admiral's proposal. The necessary provisions shall be made for a service here in Gridania. You have done the people of Eorzea a fine service this day, and I would not put you to further trouble. I shall see that my reply reaches the Admiral anon. You, meanwhile, are bound next for Ul'dah, are you not? Please send the Flame General my regards. Ah, and if you would be so kind, I should appreciate if you would inform him that a pet of mine has been ill behaved of late. My wolf, to be precise. Needless to say, he must be brought to heel, and I would very much welcome the General's counsel on how this might be achieved. I thank you for coming. May the 12 see you safe to Ul'dah and beyond.
Okay. What a nice lady. Oh, I should have teleported. Whoops. Whoopsie. Might as well get a little bit of free experience on the Conqueror. Greetings, adventurer, and welcome to the Carpenter's Guild. We are the artisans who take wood and grant it a new form and purpose as the archer's bow, the lancer's spear, and the novice's shield. If carpentry holds any appeal, should you consider joining our guild? Might you be interested in learning the ways of woodworking? Yes. Wonderful, wonderful. Now, before we proceed, I think it be only right that I acquaint you with our guild's storied past. Since the founding of Gridania, we have built our homes and crafted our weapons from the trees of the Twelve's Wood. As our nation grew and prospered, the woodworkers' repertoire expanded to encompass a greater variety of articles, and carpentry developed into an art. At first, there was no association of carpenters. Each individual worked and sold his services independently. However, the advent of water mills meant that more efficient construction methods were needed, along with formalized maintenance regimes, all of which necessitated organization. The Carpenters Guild was founded to oversee the operation of water mills and promote cooperation between woodworkers. Now, I must mention at this point that we owe much and more of our prosperity to the Great Loam Growery. Thanks to the hard-working botanists, we are blessed with the finest lumber in all Eorzea. This confluence of ideal circumstances allows us to provide all manner of goods and services to the people of Gridania. My apologies, that was rather longer than I intended. Still, I trust you have gained a greater understanding of our guild. We expect our members to drink deep of the collected wisdom that the guild has amassed over the course of its history, to actively seek an understanding of wood and the techniques required to work it rather than simply waiting to be taught. We expect, in short, nothing less than total commitment to the craft. If you wish to start down this path, speak to me once more. I shall explain to you the enrollment process. Would you like to learn more about the enrollment process? Wonderful. I should mention at this point that the Timbermaster, Beaton, assesses all would-be apprentices personally, so you will need to obtain his approval before you begin. Timbermaster Beaton can be a harsh and unforgiving man, but if you love the craft and have the will to learn, you could ask for no better tutor. He is, quite simply, the finest carpenter in Gridania. Of course, it will take you some time and no small amount of effort to comprehend the full extent of his teachings, but you may rest assured that he will not lead you astray. That said, when you meet him, I would advise you choose your words carefully and, resist the urge to run away. Huh. Another green adventurer to play with saws? Well then, I suggest you speak with the... Oh, you've met with Korg, have you? That is well, but know that the decision to initiate you into the guild rests with me. Tell me, adventurer, have you a mind to devote yourself to the art of carpentry? Yes. The look on your face bespeaks determination, or mayhap trapped wind. Still, you look strong enough to hold a saw, and if your resolve is indeed genuine, I give you leave to remain, for the time being. However, you are useless to me in your current state. You are as a seedling, some potential perhaps, but no more like to thrive than perish. Experience is what you require, boy, and I shall give you the means to acquire it. Take this saw. It is old, yes, but sharp as needs be. Now, prove to me that you are not completely incompetent by taking up your new tool. Once you have done so, present yourself to me for inspection. Carpenter unlocked. Just get that axe into my armory chest. Alright. All jobs acquired. Now to head to the other city, Ul'dah. I should have brought an umbrella. Not Lancer, what am I doing? I was like, just mind went freaking dead. Greetings, sir. This is the counter for passengers traveling to Ul'dah. Oh, are you not Jailcat, the Lominson envoy? On behalf of all at Highwind Skyways, may I say that what an honor it is to serve you. Will you be flying with us today? Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I am. Gonna be flying with you today. Oh. Wow. Wow. Dun, dun, bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Ah, you must be the envoy from Limsa Lominsa. Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. The Flame General awaits your arrival.
Thank you. But he's gonna continue awaiting my arrival because I need to. Welcome to Ul'dah, sir. We have been expecting you. Flame General Raubon will receive you in the Fragrant Chamber. Please take the lift down to the Hustings Strip and speak with Bartholomew at the Royal Promenade. Fragrant Chamber? The bathroom? What the fuck is this? Let's go to the Ruby Road Exchange first. Why not? Oh, do I need to go to the main Aetheryte before I could get a shard? Oh, I chose rightly anyway. Just out of curiosity, since there's other cities I'll be encountering in the future, I want to see if I can grab this first. I can. Well, in that case, I'll head this way next. Man, this game is way longer when you read everything. I definitely just skipped through a lot of dialogue and skimmed, trying to pick up just important words to understand the general gist of what was going on, especially with the side type of stuff.
Greetings, adventurer. Welcome to the wellspring of Ul'dah fashion. From humble thread, our peerless artisans weave wonders, dreams of in fabric form. We are renowned as Eorzea's finest purveyors of quality textiles and as her foremost arbiters of style. Needless to say, such renown was not won without effort. Ours is a tremendously demanding profession, you see.
Excuse me.
But also a highly rewarding one. It is little wonder that so many adventurers have set their hearts upon joining us. Might you be one of them?
Uh-huh.
Ah, I thought as much. Then I'm sure you're eager to learn all about our illustrious history. As I'm sure you know, Thanalan can be a perilous place, its vast deserts being wont to punish the unprepared. While a menagerie of ferocious beasts stalk the sands, the greatest foe is, of course, the midday sun. And so, ever since man has first set foot in this region, he has favored light, flowing fabrics from the that shield from him.
Dude.
And so, ever since man first set foot in this region, he has favored light, flowing fabrics that shield him from the sun's rays while allowing him to his skin to breathe.
What's going on? Oh, okay, that was weird.
Of course, Ul'dahs have ever been a people of taste, and demand for more extravagant designs spurred innovation, resulting in textile goods whose appeal extended far beyond our borders. Merchants had little trouble selling Ul'dah fabrics in foreign markets, so great was their reputation for the beauty and quality. And when traders from those same markets sought to peddle their lesser products in Thanalan, well, it gave us little cause for concern.
Sunsilk Tapestries is synonymous with the textile trade in Ul'dah, you see. Those who come here hoping to peddle cheap rags swiftly learn the price of doing business in our territory. Wiser men and women with an interest in our trade choose instead to join the guild, which the company generously operates for the betterment of Ul'dan society. We offer our members the tools and techniques needed to become successful, and should they prove themselves especially skilled, they may even be offered direct employment as Sunsilk weavers. Just imagine, adventurer, your designs could one day dictate the course of Ul'dan fashion. If you desire such fame and influence, then you might be granted a place with us, provided you are willing to embrace hard work. To ensure candidates can endure the rigors of our profession, our guildmaster has taken it upon himself to evaluate each one personally. When you are ready to submit yourself to this rigorous scrutiny, say the word.
Let me, get some more Conjurer experience.
Are you ready to meet the guildmaster? First impressions are everything, and you do not need to present yourself poorly. Excellent, though I do wonder if your attire is appropriate for the occasion. You will find the esteemed Redolent Rose supervising guild operations over yonder. He is, how shall I put this? He is relentless in his pursuit of excellence. So long as you demonstrate that you are similarly committed, he will treat you fairly and with respect.
And what do we have here? Another adventurer in search of thrills and excitement? Shall I dance you a merry jig? No? Well, if this fails to please you, I suggest you run along. Perhaps the women of the Ruby Road Exchange will be more to your liking. Oh, so you mean to become a weaver? Then we have something to discuss after all. I shall be blunt. Weaving is an art, and like all true artists, we must make sacrifices and suffer for our craft. So tell me, adventurer, are you prepared to suffer? Oh, hell yeah. So you say, but only time will tell. In any case, you'll need the equipment to get started. This needle should suffice for now. I need not explain what a needle is, I trust. Good, then hold it as you would when sewing, and show me when you're ready to begin. Oh, I'll show you when I'm ready to begin. But not now.
Don't get cured until level 2. Did I grab this already? I did. Indubitably.
Well met, adventurer. You stand within the Miners' Guild, the place where seekers of the realm's mineral wealth gather. With pickaxe and sledgehammer, we miners work rock and earth that they might yield us ores, fossils, and precious stones, and more. If you have a mind to join our ranks, you will be pleased to know that we are currently recruiting. Great riches await those with strong backs and keen eyes. A decision you will not regret. You have just taken your first step towards striking it rich. To look at the lands around Ul'dah, one would be forgiven for thinking the region barren of opportunity, but beneath the surface, the scene could not be more different. There lie veins of copper, silver, and gold beyond measure. For as long as he has dwelt in Thanalan, man has availed himself of these vast deposits, giving rise to a thriving mining trade, which forms the foundation of our nation's prosperity. Of course, the mining trade as it is today owes much to an event which took place some century and a half ago, namely the Mad Mithril Rush. Never before had the Sultanate seen such an influx of migrants, endless throngs came from lands near and far, spurred on by the dream of discovering the mother lode. Alas, a harsh reality awaited them. You see, the vast majority of these poor souls were miners in name alone, and they possessed neither the proper equipment nor the training to realize their dreams. To make matters worse, the mining concerns, who in those days held absolute power, did not scruple to exploit them. Presented with a glut of unskilled labor, they proceeded to fill every tunnel to bursting, and atrocious working conditions soon became the norm. Miners were paid a pittance for back-breaking labor and saw naught of the riches they earned. Pushed to the breaking point, the workers banded together to form the Miners' Guild, with the aim of improving conditions while protecting the integrity of the trade. Since then, we have sought to educate folk in correct mining practices, both to prevent accidents and to curb the impact our trade has on the environment. I trust you now have a better understanding of what we do. All that is left is to commit your name to our role. When you are ready to do so, pray speak to me again, and I shall guide you through the enrollment procedure. So, are you ready to join the Miners' Guild? Music to my ears. I, the kind maid when one's pickaxe strikes gold. You must introduce yourself to Guildmaster Adalberta right away. Her approval is required if you are to formally be admitted to our ranks. In case you are unaware, Adalberta is perhaps the most accomplished of those miners who still swing a pickaxe. Her understanding of our trade is unsurpassed and her flair for prospecting uncanny. Her brain, in short, is a veritable gold mine of knowledge, much... Oh, give me a second. Sorry about that. Okay. Her brain, in short, is a veritable gold mine of knowledge, much of it concerning the mining of gold. Haha, jesting apart, you stand to learn a great deal from her. When you are ready, pray present yourself to Adalberta. You will find her down the steps yonder, over by the bar. There's a bar in here? Oh, hell yeah. Well met, adventurer. Adalbert is my name, and I'm the master of this guild. I take it you wish to become a miner. Well, our doors are open to all who aren't afraid to work and get dirty. Thanks to recent advances in refining techniques, it's now possible to smelt even low-purity ores. I mention this because it's allowed us to reopen a number of mines which were long thought exhausted, prompting trade to flourish. Truth be told, with business as it is at the moment, we can't take on enough new miners, and few folk make better miners than adventurers, you being a hardy lot. What's more, you're well-traveled, which serves to expand the guild's sphere of activity. Oh, I'm not just suggesting you join solely for our benefit. For your part, you'll acquire skills that will prove to your profit. A mutually beneficial arrangement. I trust you'll agree. So, what say you? You will join us, yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Then I bid you welcome to the Miners' Guild. May your toils never go unrewarded. Now then, here's a pickaxe to get you started. It's not the newest, but it should serve a novice well enough. Go on and take it up. See how it feels in your hands. Speak to me again when you're ready, and I'll assign you a task to help you get into the swing of things. Cool. I did get this, right? Yes. Yes. Good evening to you, adventurer, and welcome to the Goldsmiths Guild. Have you come to observe our artisans at work? Indeed, it is a marvel to watch goldsmiths transform raw metals and uncut gemstones into sparkling rings, earrings, and necklaces, some of which possess magical properties, no less. You know, if you'd like to try your hand at goldsmithing, the guild is open to adventurers like yourself. No prior experience is required, for we teach you all you need to know about the craft. Would you be interested? It pleases me greatly to hear you say so. As the first step, I would have you understand the purpose of our guild. The vast mineral resources of Thanolin have given rise to a grand goldsmithing tradition, which has been refined through the ages. Our techniques are renowned across the realm. Our creations held in the highest regard. However, we of Estime's lapidaries, the premier source for Oldon jewelry, were not content to rest on our laurels. Seeking to advance our craft, we turned our eyes to the east, the only place in the world whose goldsmithing was said to rival our own. We built the finest facilities to beckon their masters hither and blended their foreign techniques with ours. Our guild quickly became the center of Eorzean goldsmithing. Aye, here you shall benefit from the wisdom of countless veteran craftsmen. You will learn to see the potential in your materials and shape them to your will. These are essential skills for a goldsmith must hone his eyes to identify and appraise all manner of materials, and, when needs be, recognize imitations for what they are. It is even said that a master goldsmith can ascertain the authenticity of a man himself. You may one day come to possess such vision, but even the most magnificent jewel begins life as a rough-hewn stone. It must first be cut and polished before it can delight the eyes with its brilliance. If you would become a goldsmith, you must needs refine yourself as you would a gemstone. It will take much time and effort, and there is no guarantee of success. Should you be certain that this is the life you seek, speak to me once more. Before you can embark upon your journey to become a goldsmith, you must first seek an audience with our guildmaster. Are you ready to do so? You shall find Mistress Serendipity on the workshop floor just down the steps. Show her your burning desire to learn, and you are certain to receive her permission to join. Stop right there, you little troublemaker. People are working here. Oh, pardon me. I had you mistaken for a mammoth. For a moment there, let's start over, shall we? What brings you here today, adventurer? Do you perchance have aspirations to become a goldsmith?
Yes.
Really? That's great! Welcome, welcome! I'm Serendipity, but you can call me Sarah. Or is that too informal? Sorry, I'm still unaccustomed to this whole guildmaster business. Right. What did you say your name was again? Apollo? Oh, right, Jailcat. Well then, Jailcat, work hard, and one day your creations may line the shelves at Esteem's aesthetics. Trust in yourself, and you can achieve anything. That was sufficiently inspiring, I trust. Good. Next order of business, here is your new chaser hammer. Well, I say new, but it's actually a bit weathered. But never mind you that. Just show me that you know how to hold it so we can get started.
Turn it into a regular jack of all trades. Next up, Gladiators Guild. Oops. They're not up there. Oh, over this way. Whoopsie. Oh, whoopsie. Whoopsie doopsie. Just get... Oh, I already did get some bonus experience on all of these. Oh, right. Talk to the receptionist first.
Welcome to the Gladiators Guild, adventurer. Here our members train tirelessly with sword and shield so their names might one day be written in legend. Was that a flash of interest in your eyes? If you wish to study swordplay, know that admission to the guild is free of charge. I had marked you as a man of action. I am pleased to see that I was not wrong. Now, while you may be familiar with the deadly dance of battle, you are new to us, and must begin at the beginning. If you would take your place in these hallowed halls, you must be willing and ready to undergo the most rigorous training. You must endure cuts and bruises beyond counting, and like as not, far worse. A daunting prospect, I concede, but there is no other way if you mean to take to the blood sands one day, and why wouldn't you? The Colosseum is only the most celebrated place of public entertainment in all of Ul'dah. Where else could a poor man amass a fortune so vast as to one day allow him to claim the seat on the syndicate? There's not an Ul'dan alive who isn't inspired by the rise of the self-made man. And is no truer embodiment of the dream than the gladiator who wins riches and fame with his sword. Throughout its long and storied history, this guild has nurtured countless champions. Our training methods are second to none, and our members ever strive to develop new techniques. If you desire true glory, to fight and triumph amidst the roar of 10,000 voices, then this is where you belong, adventurer. Think of it. Think of your legacy. If your soul stirs, join us. What will it be? Will you rise above the masses and inscribe your name in legend? Or will you resign yourself to mediocrity and die in obscurity? A decision you shan't regret. One moment, make way for Jailcat. Fresh meat coming through. Now then, before your enrollment can be considered complete, you must present yourself to First Sword Mila. Seek her out and obtain her approval.
Mediocrity and obscurity. Sheesh.
Aye, I heard Lulutsu, you're Jailcat. 'Tis a good strong name. On behalf of the Gladiators Guild, allow me to welcome you. I am Mila, Guild Master here. So you wish to study our arts. I presume you have your reasons for choosing the sword over all other weapons.
I mean, kind of picking up all the weapons.
Perhaps you think it easiest to learn. A sword is a simple weapon, but to wield the blade well is anything but simple. For every Colosseum champion to emerge from our ranks, there have been countless disappointments who failed to achieve greatness. Bear that in mind before you answer me, Jail, for I do not ask this question lightly. Have you the strength to live by the sword, and if it be your fate, die by it?
Yes.
Then welcome, Gladiator, to your new home. Take this sword. There are many like it, but this one is yours now. Consider it a gift if you like. Now wear it on your hip as I do and show me you are ready to begin your training.
Gladiator unlocked. Oh, nice. But there might be something slightly better. Nope. Alright. Put that on. I'm gonna want to reorder these at some point.
Amazing what a difference a sword can make. Your expression, your posture, you're already brimming with confidence. Let's see if that confidence is warranted, shall we? Just outside the gates of Ul'dah, you'll find plenty of marmots, hornets, and shrews. Slay 3 of each and return here when finished. Oh, and use your sword, Jael. I'm a gladiator and I aim to train you as one. Now go.
Okay. Next. There's like no way I walked past this, right? I've missed a few here and there, so I'm like, dude, I don't want to have to backtrack at all. Oh wait, I have to go up the stairs. I think these are the last two. Whoa, how did I miss the right direction? Alright. Last one. Well, actually, this isn't the last one. I still have to get the Aetheryte crystal, Plaza crystal. And also the Thaumaturge one. Whoa, you look familiar. Ah, an adventurer, one of my favorite kinds of people. I find your unquenchable thirst for exploration neatly complements the burning hunger for sagacity that marks our dedicated members. Welcome to the Alchemist Guild. Though I hesitate to define alchemy in such narrow terms, our main field of expertise is the concoction of various potions and elixirs. There are salves to treat all manner of afflictions, not to mention miraculous libations that enhance the imbiber beyond its natural physical limits. As an adventurer, I'm sure you can appreciate the eminently practical applications of our work. What say you, sir? Care to take up mortar and pestle and join our ranks? Yes, please. Welcome. Oh, wonderful. Now then, allow me to give you a brief history of the guild before we tackle the official paperwork. Though the alchemists are presently known as the quintessential brewers of potions, the profession itself arose from a desire to achieve an as yet unrealized ambition. The original driving purpose behind our art was, and perhaps still is, the discovery of a process that can transform base metals into gold or silver, and the mystical medium thought necessary to effect such a transformation is the Philosopher's Stone, which is itself believed to have Panacean properties and be capable of bestowing eternal life. Though success yet eludes us, years of endless experimentation towards this golden goal had the initially unintentional consequence of unearthing a wealth of knowledge in the field of alchemical medicine. Regretfully, alchemy's potential to enrich the lives of the masses was first met with a wave of distrust, as if our ability to create helpful compounds was akin to dabbling in back-alley witchcraft. The profession eventually gained credibility in Ul'dah through its integration into traditional medicine by Frondale's Monastery, an institution known for producing respected physicians. Once the city's shift in perception became known,
Budding alchemists wishing to study without fear of persecution journeyed to Ul'dah from every corner of the realm. It was not long before this gathering of inquisitive minds banded together to form the Alchemists' Guild. Thus, while our organization is intensely focused on perfecting and sharing the fruits of our research, it is also of paramount importance that we uphold the reputation of alchemy itself as a legitimate discipline. If you would revel in the secrets of our art, then you must be prepared to shoulder the responsibility I have described. Take a moment to dwell on these words before you truly enter the world of alchemy. Have you arrived at a decision? Are you ready to exult in the arts of alchemy and commit to the responsibilities that your enrollment entails? Excellent. Then allow me to direct you to our guildmaster. Gaining his approval is the last test you must pass before becoming a full member of the guild. You will find Guildmaster Severian tending to his experiments at his personal workbench. I must warn you, he is a rather intense individual. Pray choose your words with care. He looks like, has the same hairdo as, the Carpenter Guild guy.
What? What is it this time? Ah, you must be the merchant's lackey, come to bring me my imp wings. Let's have them then. Not a lackey? An aspiring alchemist, did you say? Speak up and pray that I heard you aright. Did that babbling fool Dietrich send you to me? I specifically requested that I be disturbed for nothing less than the coming of a second calamity. Do I appear as a kind mentor to you? My research demands my absolute and undivided attention. Now be gone before I am forced to... But wait. Perhaps I can... Yes, you may be my very assistant I require. I have had a change of heart. Congratulations, I approve your application to the guild. It is with great pleasure that I welcome a fellow seeker of knowledge into the fold. We can dispense with the interminable initiation ceremony, yes? Here is your first alembic. Try not to drop it, for there is much work to be done. Yes, much work.
Whoa. Just two more. Two more attunements. And two more jobs. Why did I want to go in there? A lot of Final Fantasy Tactics fans. Homo. I guess I might as well make it a favored destination. I should have done that in Gredonia as well.
Greetings and welcome to the Pugilist Guild. We pugilists are specialists in hand-to-hand combat. Through rigorous training we forge devastating weapons of our fists and feet, which we employ to great effect in battle. There is no better place in all the realm to train in our discipline than here. If you would walk the path of the pugilist, I highly recommend you add your name to our roll. What say you, friend? A decision you will not regret. But before we proceed with the paperwork, it is essential that you know something of our guild's storied past. Since time immemorial, man has used whatever has been at his disposal to settle disputes. In the beginning, that meant fighting with his fists. Such hand-to-hand combat existed in various forms throughout Eorzea, each evolving independently of one another. The origins of pugilism as we know it, however, can be traced to the staging of bare-handed bouts at the Colosseum. These contests attracted fighters from far and wide, bringing their myriad styles crashing together on the blood sands. Amidst the chaotic intermingling of styles, there rose a pugilist of singular strength and skill. This woman made it her life's mission to master every form she encountered, that she might refine her art. Among her many song-worthy exploits, we pugilists remember her participation in a gladiator tournament most fondly, back when bare-handed fighting was still seen as a pastime for peasants. She took on fully armed and armored gladiator and effortlessly bested the lot of them. Word of her feat spread across the realm like wildfire, of course, and Ul'dah swiftly transformed into a center of pugilism, with people flocking from all over to train under this master among masters. The woman's name was Cornelia, and it is to her that the Pugilists Guild owes its existence. The art practiced here is based on her all-encompassing style, and this training hall is modeled upon the one she once built. And there it is, a brief history of our guild. I've told this tale 1,000 times, but gods, it never fails to fan the flames of my fighting spirit. Now then, before we can proceed with your enrollment, you must first obtain the Guildmaster's approval. Let me know when you are ready to meet him. So, are you ready to present yourself for the Guildmaster's inspection? Master Haman is among the greatest pugilists of our time. For long years, the man ruled the Blood Sands as the Holy Fist, though he has since retired in favor of training aspiring fighters. You will find him overseeing his charges yonder. Go now and show to him the fighting spirit that burns within
you. Past time you got your arse back here. Well, what did that dancer have to say about my proposition? You're not my errand boy. There's no dancer. There never was. I'm not doing anything indecent, I swear to the gods. What? You're here to enroll? Oh, well, why didn't you say so sooner? In my capacity as Guildmaster, I would be glad to give you a primer on the art of hand-to-hand combat. Doubtless you already know this, but we pugilists fight with our fists and feet. While these don't deal as much damage as a blade, it hardly matters when you can land several blows for each swing of the sword. What we lack in destructive force, we more than make up for in speed and cunning. Under my guidance, not only will you master striking techniques, you will also learn to string them together to deliver an endless flurry of blows. Only through such fierce combinations can a pugilist realize his potential. Yeah! Crikey, I'm spent from all this talking. You ought to speak more, son. It'd give me a chance to catch my breath. But where was I? All right, joining the guild. Before you do, I must warn you that the path of the pugilist is long and arduous. Do you believe you've got what it takes to go the distance? Be honest with yourself now. Yes. Yes, you have the fighting spirit. I can see it in your eyes. I see no reason to deny you a place in these halls. Welcome to the guild, son. To help you on your way, I'll add some names to your hunting log. Opponents that you might hone your skills against. And so as to make a budding pugilist of you, here's your very own pair of Hora. They're a tad old and rusted, but that'll serve to make you look meaner, I reckon. Now I have a mind to assign you your first lesson. Arm yourself with your weapons and let me know when you're ready to begin.
Whew.
Looking every bit a pugilist, son. Now the learning can commence. For your first lesson, I want you to test your fledgling skills against the vermin of Thanolin. Get out there and put down 3 marmots, 3 hornets, and 3 shrews. Return here when the deed is done. Now, this goes without saying, but I expect you to fight using the horror I just gave you. It counts for naught if you skewer the beasties with a spear or fry them with a spell, say.
We're almost there. One more. Rudius. Huh. I don't think I ever noticed that shop before. Here it is. The Thaumaturge Guild.
Wow.
Welcome to the Thaumaturge's Guild. It is a fate that has guided your steps here, friend. Within these hallowed walls, the arts of devastation are taught. Primeval magics with which to bring about an enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield the power of thaumaturgy, I urge you to seize this moment and confide in me your arcane ambitions. Yes, there truly was no other answer, was there? Lean closer now, and I shall whisper to you of thaumaturgy's beginnings. The nation of Ul'dah inherited its traditions from ancient Beladia, a city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of those illustrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Nalthal, who have passed them down from generation to generation ever since. Focused and refined over the centuries of use in the Order's funeral rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as the art we now know as thaumaturgy. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse a corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of mortal life. The Dweomers employed in the preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. Thus does our guild thrive in the depths of Arzaneth Ossuary, a sanctuary devoted to Thal, the divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you then, adventurer? If you would plumb the abyssal depths of thaumaturgy, let our learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove to our guild masters that you are possessed of the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon that which awaits therein. When you are ready to submit to the judgment of our most eminent mages, say the word. Well, adventurer, will you join our guild, or do you presume to ignore the urgings of impatient destiny? A wise decision indeed. To prepare for your initiation, I would have you study the volumes of fundamental thaumaturgical principle, all 108 of them. Or at least I would if such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent to fresh novices, they said. I suppose you shall just have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guildmasters. We have 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides a singular voice for the guild when one is required. Master Kokobigo, I believe.
Kokobuki, Kokobezi, Kokoboha, Kokokobani, Kokobigo. Oops, wrong one.
Who, what? Oh, Thal's teeth, man. Did your mother never tell you not to startle a thaumaturge? Look at that expectant face, Kogo Bigo. This gentleman is obviously a new applicant for the guild seeking audience with our eldest brother. Oh, Prelate Yayake. She can recite the 307 verses of the funerary rites for the virtuous fallen, but the simple task of keeping our names straight seems ever beyond her grasp. Mwahaha. Well, I for one find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, good sir. My merriment was not meant to mock your mistake. It is our sibling Kokobuki, with whom you should speak.
What's this? What's this? Thal has led to us a new aspirant?
Ah, Kokobuki. Were you here the entire time?
Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki, the eldest, and I would venture to say the wisest of the 5 masters of the Thaumaturge's Guild. It is my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiates with a succinct understanding of our beloved art. Thus, I would have your fullest attention. To wield thaumaturgy is to unleash devastation of the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceeds the destructive capacity of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzards, somnolence, the thaumaturge calls upon an expansive arsenal of offensive incantations to incapacitate and obliterate all manner of adversaries. Open your mind to our sorceress teachings, and you too shall soon hold the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidding chasm of thaumaturgy's secrets, for advancement in this art comes only with the completion of deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in pursuit of power unrivaled? Yes, I am. A confidence response. Your name, if you will. Very well, Jael. Let us mark your initiation with 3 eminently practical gifts. My first gift to you shall be an addition to your hunting log. The names of such enemies that will prove suitable to your training as a thaumaturge. The second and third gifts are this scepter and shield, instruments you shall need to focus the destructive force of your will. Did you believe your initiation over? My dear disciple, we have only just begun. Take your new weapons in hand, and I will set you forth upon your first trial. Thaumaturge unlocked. Number 9. Sweet. Oh, fuck. Those are kind of in the way. I was expecting fireworks. The scepter well complements the avid desire for destructive power written upon your features. Now we shall complete your initiation with a trial to test the limits of your aptitude for channeling thaumaturgy. Huge hornets, star marmots, and snapping shrews inhabit this land in abundance. Exercise your sorceress might and slay 3 of each of these creatures before returning to my side. Oh my goodness. Oh, this talking is tiring. It's good to change positions every once in a while, right? Alright. I think we gotta head to the Chamber of Rule. Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. Back to Arcanist, I suppose. Maybe we'll do Rogue. Oh, sheesh, dude. That was so freaking weird. I thought the sound of my footsteps on this carpet was my freaking chair, like, creaking and, like, ready to break. The Lominsan envoy, I presume. Would you be so good as to allow me to inspect the missive you bear, sir? My thanks. Ah, yes, the Admiral's seal. Please proceed.
Ah, a guest from Limsa. I thought I smelled stale ale. I won't hold it against you. If you're half the warrior Merlvib says, 'tis a wonder you don't reek of dead Sahagin. Welcome to the Sultanate of Ul'dah. I am Rauban al-Din, General of the Immortal Flames. But you did not come all this way to trade formalities.
Aye, Cartanu. I remember bloody Cartanu. Do you know what happened that day, adventurer? When we took to the fields against the Garleans? So my counterparts have educated you. Kane's pet is giving her trouble, is it? Well, she should already know my mind on that subject. Wolves are beyond taming. 'Tis but a matter of time before they bare their teeth. So it was with the Garleans 50 years ago. No sooner had they learned how to use Magitech than they began seizing territory from their neighbors. Led by the legatus Solus Zos Galvus, they swiftly brought the other nations of Ilsabard to heel, and so the legatus became an emperor, and his republic an empire. An empire which then set its sights upon Eorzea. But the conquering emperor is now an old man of 80 winters. His health is failing, and he has no clear successor. Like as not, this is why the Garleans have been quiet of late. But the 14th Imperial Legion is still entrenched within our borders, and their commander, Legatus Gaius van Veilsar, has long harbored ambitions of conquest. Were he to strike now, I fear we would fall like so many others before us, and not only Ul'dah, but Gridania and Limsa Lominsa as well. For the calamity brought the lot of us to our knees. We've yet to get up. We barely have the strength to stand against the beast tribes, never mind the primals they mean to summon. We are a realm divided, adventurer, an alliance in name only. But the wolf cares not for the plight of its prey. The Garleans stir, and the Elder Seed Seer would not let it go unnoticed. All other concerns pale in comparison to the Empire, even the beast tribes and their bloody primals. We must stand united once more, that is clear. And if we are to do so, we must remember the cause which last brought us together. Merlvib will have her memorial. We will honor the memory of the fallen. We will remind the people what their brothers and sisters fought and died for.
Shall I inform the Sultanate and the Syndicate?
I will speak to her grace myself.
Very good, sir.
The Admiral will have my reply anon. My thanks to you, adventurer.
You can make use of the airship routes connecting the three nations. Before you board the airship, you must have the requisite fare and gill. Whew. That was a lot. Bartholomew has information that may be of interest to me. Oh my, I wonder what that information is. Ah, my lord envoy, I trust your stay in the Sultanate has been pleasant. Now, if you do not mind my asking, do you perchance have plans to visit Limsa in the near future? If so, I have information that may be of interest to you. I once accompanied the Flame General on an official visit to the seaside city-state, during which time I became acquainted with Badaron, the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Well, the man sent word just now that he has a job for a capable adventurer. I can think of none with better credentials than you. Badaron would doubtless be pleased were you to offer him your services. Yeah, I know Badaron. I'll go talk to him. But first, time to kill some shrews. Where? Marmots, hornets, shrews, marmots, hornets, shrews, marmots, hornets, shrews. So I could fight them all in the same place. And they are saying the Gate of Nald. I keep forgetting there's a map there that I could use. Alright. Let's set these all up. Fight or flight, I believe, is a buff. Yeah. So I don't like ignore. My guild members. This one should have some people talking. I guess we could just have all those in there. I haven't seen a single person send a message. Wow. In the last 2.5 hours? Sheesh. Come on. Thank you. Hmm. That would be fine, I think. I'm sure I'll make a lot of changes to my layout with this particular job. Alright, let's go find those napping shrews. Maybe they're over here. Is that one I see over there? Over yonder? I think so. Just like that. Oh. Take some of these out as well. So many level ups, it's insane. I guess I'll do the hunting log, because, I mean, kind of the whole point of me doing this was, to catch these up so that they're all able to get MSQ experience. Keep my Marauder getting experience through this. More than 30, okay, oof. I was gonna say. Alright, so report, and report. So those are all done. Let's go find some things to hunt. Little ladybugs. Fenelon, 80 Sins of Sasimo. Wait, where am I? That's a better question. I'm in Central. So that's Western, this is Western, Western, Central, and I think it's this way. What else? Western, Central, Central. So it's all towards Blackbrush, looks like. I'm missing a snapping shrew? How annoying. Alright, well. Gagalayo. What was that? Gotta take out some F's. Do the other classes need to take out F's? Nope. Nope. Ooh-wee. And just like that. Still need to take out a shrew. Ladybug, cactars, surfing clouds. Okay. Same things, a little bit of different things. All right. And this way again. The serpent cloud. it is that allows or disallows me from casting thunder. I think 2 of them need hammer beaks. At least. And these things look pretty violent for, you know, an aggressive creatures. Alright. I think there might be cactuars over here, maybe? Something down here. Grave robbers. Oh, whoops. Right, light party. Whoops. I'm an idiot. Why did I do that? I just like getting there without getting teleported. And then I didn't get my freaking commendations that I surely would have gotten because I'm so freaking expert, you know what I mean? Oops. And he's done. Gonna take these out as well. Ooh, I'll be level 10 before long. My soul, man, throws me off when I need 4. Or any number other than 3. What's next? Should I participate? 5 minutes left. How much does each one of these give? It's not much. Yeah, I'm not gonna do that. It's gonna take too much time. I don't think there's anything else that way. But there's some cheerings up here, I think. There we go. Hell sweepers. One more. All right. I can move that closer. That's fine. Next. No? Okay. There it is. Are they all shell sweepers here? Looks like it. Oh shit. That was close. Ooh-wee. That was exciting. I think if I head straight, somewhere in that area, there might be some cactuars. I can grab this real quick. I could have sworn there were other creatures here. Maybe during a quest or a fate? Weird. I know... Oh, there we go. I know something needs to take out the sunbats. if I could hit level 15 just from the hunting log, that'd be really sweet. Because I still have to do the job quests or class quests. Damn it. Ooh-wee. Feel weak. This is supposed to be like super duper destruction class, right? I don't want to bite you. Come on. Wrong kind of cactuars, apparently. Alright, what do I need to fight? Just regular cactuars. Oh, those are in Western. Gotcha. Western. Western. Western, though I think there's hammer toads down this way. Western, Western. Cool. So, Pugilos is basically done in this area. Western, Western. Western. Western, good. I think Yarzons and the frogs are down here. Or at least the frogs. Oh, wrong kind of frog. Uh-oh, is my connection bad? Yep. Bummer. Alright, what time is it? I should probably get going. I need to take up errands. Errands today. Before it gets too late. So let me go ahead and log out in the city. Okay, and I'll be teleporting out the gate of Sultana to do some more hunting log. Get back on. And then we'll go to Gordania and do the same thing there. Then we'll continue with MSQ. Not too much. Oh, I got quests to turn in too. Sheesh, dude. But when I get back, probably not today. That's it. Doing a little bit shorter today. Very good. Very nice. Did a lot of things. Unlocked a lot of things. Anyway, that's it for today. Okay, bye.